You're doing great. Stay in there,
Thank
champ.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the New Block Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Chris, aka Prince, with the homie Darron, aka Medic Grizzly. Darron, how we doing?
Great, man. Breaking records.
Good?
Yes.
I'm
great, bro. I am great.
Good.
Tell the good folks what we are about to talk about, man.
So, guys, we finally got a Kraven the Hunter trailer. This is a movie I can only speak for myself for. There are times where I'm really excited about this movie, and then there are times where I'm just like, who asked for this? Why do we care? But I'll say the trailer was entertaining. They're taking the character in an interesting direction, which I'm sure we'll get into. But overall, I mean, I enjoyed the trailer. I thought it was cool. I think the action's going to be great. It looks like it's going to be great. It's rated R, so they're not going to hold anything back as far as the brutality of Kraven. Darron, how do you feel about it?
As a person who loves Venom and actually enjoys that Sony has their own featured films that's different than a storybook telling of MCU. I enjoy MCU. I do. DC has its own little whatever you want to call it over there. But just they're making these villains / anti-heroes / their own type of like cinema. It's so freaking cool. Like people get mad because it's not a umbrella effect. It's Spider-Man. Everybody should be below him. No, Spider-Man is great because same thing with Batman. The villains are what made them so great. Like there's people, everybody has a different villain they love. Kraven the Hunter, Kraven was the one everyone's like, yo, he might throw hands with Panther. We don't know what he's gonna pop out.
Let's not get
what
crazy.
I'm saying, like for Spider-Man villains, like the one person.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I said it. So what? So, but just the fact of like people like, oh well, Morbius flop. I actually didn't think Morbius was that bad, but they're probably thinking, oh, they're doing another one. Need Spider-Man. There are some folks who will be like that no matter what. And they will always dislike a film that does not have a replica of the books. I get it. But I'm loving this, bro. It looked like White Wolf. Like this man, like he literally got the powers of a lion. He's out there doing work. Like you put Winter Soldier into an action film and told him to go ham on anybody. That's what we have. And you add Russell Crowe. You cannot have a bad film and add Russell Crowe. Let's go.
Yeah, that's true. I do love Russell Crowe. I feel like this iteration of Kraven, like they're going with, I guess, something in the animal's blood mixes with his, and it is giving him these enhanced abilities because he's like extremely animalistic. Like he's running on all fours. He's, you know what, he gives off a lot of like Sabretooth vibes. Right, like with the way that he fights in this trailer, at least in this trailer. So that's intriguing that they're kind of going with like the biotech kind of route with what makes these different Spider-Man villains, because we also get a tease of the Rhino here, and he seems to have like more of a Dr. Connors, the lizard kind of situation going. Like he has this shot that he can give himself that'll turn him into this creature. So I mean, to your point, I like that they're doing projects like this because it's ballsy, right? Like I mean, they have not closed the door on what they teased way back in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like they so desperately want to make this Sinister Six movie. Like the Sony execs, they're going to get this movie out here no matter what. They're like, you can see the signs. Like with them introducing Rhino at the end of that trailer, I was just like, oh, okay, I see what you guys are doing now.
As long as they continue to play nice with Marvel at Disney, it's going to happen. Because like you give me Spider-Man, I'll let you have your time over here and have a little fun. I'm not worried about it.
As long as you don't touch Tom Holland, leave Tom Holland to us.
Yeah, if anything, we could say it's a different universe. Like we're just saying, like right now, there's multiverse to give them an alibi for anyone to do whatever they want to do. you know me, my comic, and how I love animals and everything, and how this whole thing is breaking down. This is freaking amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking cool. They did homework. They actually watched prior films. Even when I saw The Running, I thought about Civil War and Black Panther, and he was chasing them down. When I see him jump and do like say animalistic type styles, I'm thinking of like how fight scenes are, and it's really cool and refreshing that we get to go watch a film that we really don't know what to expect. You can read a comic book and like, oh, but this is a different version of it, and potentially going against your father and how he said your mother's weak, bro. She died. She's weak. Like that's cold, bro.
I was like, damn,
that's
he's
cold.
a savage.
That's so cold. And like just showing the drop of the blood going through the bloodstream and seeing it just I'm hyped. I can't wait. I'm being there day one. I'm there.
Yeah,
no, theater, but
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. I don't have super high expectations for this film. But you know, hopefully it's something that can turn into something else, right? Because again, I keep bringing up the Rhino and stuff like that. I do think that they are obviously Morbius was a fail, but I think they are now with the success of like No Way Home and knowing that these other Spider-Men are out here that we could potentially utilize. And then already making, you know, 2 Venom movies, a third one's on the way. So, I mean,
yes,
they're going to do something with these characters. Like they're not making these movies for no reason. So I'm excited to see where they take it. I think it's interesting because Kraven said in the trailer, you know, my father puts evil into the world, I take it out. So it's definitely going to be a father versus son kind of thing. The only thing I was disappointed about though, I wish Kraven was more like I wish he had more of an accent. Like I like when I watch like old Spider-Man cartoons and they have Kraven, like he has this thick Russian accent, and I'm like, yeah, that's the guy I need. He just kind of sounds like a guy in this one, and maybe he will have a little bit more of an accent in the movie. I don't know, but it's one of those things.
I definitely get it. I'm not gonna lie. When Aaron Johnson was named for this, I was kind of like, I don't know, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, but the trailer reconsider some thoughts. Like he looks like he's Kraven. He looks like he has it. Even when he was like spun around inside the chair, like he's asked for the guy, where's he at? Oh, you're standing in him. Blah. Like that right there gave me some like Punisher type vibes, and I definitely applaud and I appreciate it. As far as the accent goes, I'm not sure if they had heads up about Russia being a part of the story with Secret Invasion. I feel like even though that is his heritage, I don't know if they wanted to use a Russian accent. I would love to see if he had a little bit of accent, but like it's kind of like over, like you're kind of like chasing the tail, like maybe he does his own thing. Because it's a different type of story. Maybe he's doesn't have that thick accent. Maybe he has a different kind of.
Because what's hilarious, he played Quicksilver, who is
from
Sokovia, which is I'm just saying the accent is
Sony is doing. I like this. I like the fact that I'm going to watch a different film. It's different ideas, and it's just like I said, refreshing. Like how many times do we go into films and like I kind of know how it's going to end? We don't know this one. We don't know. We assume that we know what's going on between the father, but even like Russell Crowe's a great actor, bro. He's going to probably dominate the scene, which is a great person to bring the attention off of Kraven not being the Kraven we wanted to be.
Right,
and
that's
actually
true.
Focus on actual storytelling and the building of him. Like he looks like a straight menace in this. Like everyone's weak, you almost die. Like it's just that right there is like, darn, bro. That's why Kraven became who he was. Like he is. And then potentially moving forward, Tom Holland Spider-Man has to have foes that are and have incredible feats because he's already going through his storytelling right now.
Right.
And he has to trial and error and become stronger. You got to have a person that can go against him. And this is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you, man. I'm excited. I mean, I have my little nitpicks here and there, but again, this is, like you said, it's one of those films where it's different. I'm not expecting it to like blow me away, but you know, I'm interested to be entertained by it. You know what I mean? I'm definitely open to it. I I hope he gets his iconic lion vest, and I think he's gonna get it. That line was fucking him up in a trailer, but I'm sure Kraven's gonna have the last laugh.
Bro, it's just showing how he was and then seeing how he becomes. And then you, for instance, Russell Crowe gave me the vibes of remember Penguin from the Batman? That's the vibe he gave me. I was like, I like the grittiness. I like it. I can definitely dig that. So my question for you, young man, is potential crossovers, because Spider-Man he's half and half, even though he's still Sony, but he's half and half.
Right.
Do you see, who do you have Sinister Six wise? Who do you think's gonna pop up besides Rhino? You think it's just that Rhino right now, or it'll be an end scene, after credit scene with someone else popping up?
I think here's the thing. There's a lot of different avenues they could go with it, because we were talking about they're doing Secret Invasion right now, and in the Secret Invasion comic, Norman Osborn is a part of that. We all know Norman Osborn is the Green Goblin, right? So they could introduce a character like that in the Secret Invasion and have him slowly start to cross over, right? Because I do think that they are, again, they've done several villains already with the Sony universe. So I think they are trying to build up to those other characters. I think if Morbius had not done so poorly, they would have considered Morbius as part of that roster. But I think they just have to they just got to cut their losses with that one to move forward. Oof. So I would say probably Green Goblin, because I don't know how you have a Sinister Six without Green Goblin. It's going to be Kraven. It's going to be Rhino. I'm going to throw Vulture in there.
We've already seen Vulture. Yeah, okay.
We've already seen Vulture. He could come back. We know that Scorpion is in there.
Yes.
That's 5. Ooh. See, they haven't introduced any Doc Ock in this universe yet.
No.
So I don't know. I don't know. Those last 2 spots. I mean, I guess you could throw Venom in there, but maybe they just choose not to use Spider-Man at all and make all these villains tied to their universe's Venom. I mean, who knows?
This is probably 0.1% chance of actually happening. Probably 0% chance happening. But if it were to happen, the internet would break. Imagine the end credits and Kingpin walks in and said, I got you. I want to hire you for a job. Because remember, Kingpin was blown up.
I could
he
see.
blew up in Hawkeye.
I could see him.
And then the TV show's coming out
hiring
soon.
Someone like Kraven.
Yes, and the TV show's coming out soon when he has to deal with Echo and everything else. I'm just saying, I have a job for you, and you hear his voice in his infamous walk when he has a cane now because of what happened with the whole bomb explosion.
Here's my only thing about that. Just they're so far apart from each other, though. Where they are, just even creatively, we don't we don't know if these Sony movies that have Spider-Man characters and villains in them are going to tie into anything related to their joint universe that they have with Marvel. I don't know. I know that would be awesome.
It's 0%. I just said but if any character that can Kraven at the point, let's say in this movie, he's in the office, he's chilling, and he's back in his hunter gear, and then you hear almost the flight line, and you hear the echoes walking in with the cane. I have a job for you, and almost like how it was after the Internals, when you heard Blade's voice, we knew it was Blade.
Right.
We didn't see him. We just knew it was him. If that were to happen, bro, it will also be a catapult to knowing how Echo's TV show comes out and how these other TV shows we haven't talked about with Kingpin being Kingpin. Right. And it's knowing that he has a grasp on everything. Just throwing it out there. Could you imagine this Kraven and Daredevil in a battle, bro?
Daredevil might get washed. Look like.
Shout out Nigel. He would. But just saying, look how the fighting was in here. And then the choreography of them being together. If I just hope that they had a conversation where hey, we're going to blend the universes only in the Spider-Man verse. Dabble over a little bit, but I'm still going to be able to make my own movies. That's cool. But these characters are becoming they're so iconic to actual Spider-Man story and actual Marvel story and the street level of everything going on. I just think it'd be so dope, bro. And they
And the
brought
thing
him
is,
at the end.
too, just from just like a business perspective, like if these movies do well, if Craven does well, and Venom's doing well, if Morbius did well, they're going to eventually tie it back into Spider-Man somehow. You have to. You'd be a fool not to. That's just, I mean, they wouldn't exist without Spider-Man. The IP, anyway.
And no theory I thought about right now. You just mentioned it. What if they don't put Tom Holland Spider-Man? What if he has this is for Andrew Garfield?
And that's what I was saying. That's what I think. That would be my vote, because remember, it was in his Amazing Spider-Man 2 and credit scene is where they were trying to do the Sinister Six movie there. So, and I don't think that they've given up on that project. They just had to pivot because Amazing Spider-Man 2 was just so poorly received that they just chose to scrap the whole franchise. So, but hey, man, No Way Home. It's the movie that keeps on giving.
Yeah, right. Facts. Like just thinking, like I've never seen a company take so much, like basically every drop for a movie, and just keep on watering the plants. Like they're like, no, we're gonna get a little bit more of this right quick. I got one more thing out of it.
They're gonna get
every
single drop
out of this movie, and we still appreciate because there's so much more you can do with it. So this is dope. Yeah, this is really dope.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It doesn't come out until October. Guys, if you're still listening, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what you guys thought about Kraven the Hunter. I'm very excited to see it. And as complicated as it would be, I would love for them to tie it into Spider-Man somehow, because I secretly still want that Sinister Six movie. I want it.
I do too.
And I don't apologize for it.
And if you built every single character and then you actually just give me the movie afterwards, I'm going to appreciate that more. Even throw Morbius in there. The movie's made. Just throw him in there as a side piece.
No. I think I speak for everyone else when I say just leave Morbius where he is, in the garbage bin. Well, anyways, guys, we'll on that note, we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace and love. You're a jerk.